but the absentees, like it's money, dude. Once you start getting that database filled up.
I like the FSBOs too. It's just been so tough over here, man. Like I'm sure it's the same in your market too. They're just selling on their own like ridiculous. I'm still going on these appointments as much as I can, but I've been on that 3.0 script for a while now anyway, so just less and less appointments. So it's yeah, man. How was you guys this week?
It was all right. I got I guess I'll just jump into the numbers for the week if that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Let's see. I have 151 contacts. I still have today. It's only 8 o'clock here. So the goal is to get 50 contacts today to hit 200. And then in September, my goal of 800 starts for the month. And I went on 2 listing appointments this past week. I lost one of them. The other one yesterday turned out to be a total fixer. So I'm just bringing them a cash offer to see if they'll take it and see if they'll do that instead of listing it. So we'll see how it plays out.
You buying it personally or like wholesaling it?
No. And then bringing an investor in. So I called an investor. We went back out there and they gave me a number. I'm going to write it up probably today. And if they take it, then I'll get that and then get to relist it once they flip it. Nice.
That's what's up. And then you said the listing you lost was they just wanted a different brokerage?
Yeah, they said it was pretty close, neck and neck, and then they narrowed down to me and this other guy, and they just went with, they're kind of old school, and they kept asking me about my brokerage, and it just came down to them choosing Keller Williams pretty much, they said, just because they've heard of it, it's been around forever.
Yeah, that stinks. How about your other one? Any luck with that one?
The other one was the cash.
That's the cash offer? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. At least turns into something.
But, yeah, hopefully. We'll see. As long as they decide to go that route. If not, I'll try to get it on the market.
I've lost listings too with names, but I've lost, it's weird. Over here, Howard Hanna is really big. I don't know if you guys have Howard Hanna's by you, but Howard Hanna, Keller Williams, obviously, and Century 21. So I've also lost listings to no-name fucking companies too. So yeah, it's interesting. So, but yeah, man, keep crushing it, bro. I'm sure it'll come around. My numbers this week, I've hit my numbers. I did 124 contacts. I went on 2 appointments. I set 3 appointments. I made 9 leads. I got a listing appointment set for next Tuesday from yesterday's prospecting. And I wrote down my wins for the week for me. I just hired an assistant. I got her. I was the workflow is getting a little more routine, so she's taking a good amount of tasks off of me, which is great. Gave me more time to handle client relationship and as well prospecting. I got 2 houses sold this week, so that was nice. 2 deals also fell apart. So my losses this week is I learned I spent way too much time on one of the deals that fell apart. This is the one that flooded, and I put so much fucking time and effort into it. And it fell apart anyway, so I wasted a good amount of time, and it definitely was a good amount of stress after I found out the deal fell apart. So yeah, and my other losses, I didn't work out all 5 days, unfortunately, only did 4. And my lesson learned is my lesson learned is not to put too much effort into certain deals. I mean, that deal was a $146,000 deal, and after I did all the times, the amount of hours I put into it had to have been at least, driving back and forth, handling fan bullshit because my contractor fucked up. And so I put at least 10 hours into just strictly this week for doing that nonsense, and it fell apart anyway. So now moving forward, I know I gotta look into how much time I'm gonna lose before I jump into it, because the owner was freaking out. I kind of freaked out as well. She's happy because she saw me fucking, taking care of everything, but I'm not happy because I wasted so much time and ended up falling apart. So
were they out of town?
Yeah, it's a vacant home. So a lot of the properties I
Yeah.
work with are vacant. And another thing I learned too, I didn't know much about it either, is vacant insurance policies doesn't cover, wouldn't have covered her issue anyways. So that's another fucking interesting thing that I learned. So
Why did it fall apart? Was it because of the issue?
the buyer got cold feet, and I honestly wish that actually I guess it doesn't matter because we don't have it back on the market right now until all the repairs are done anyways. But the buyer got cold feet because ironically he worked for Stanley Steamer, which is the company that did the water extraction initially, and his coworkers just fucking scared the shit out of him. You know, telling him the whole house needs to get pretty much gutted. You know, just it was just excessive. I think if he didn't work for Stanley Steamer, the deal probably would have kept going. It's just he had people in his ears telling him other ways that should have been done, even though it was being mitigated properly. It just wasn't through the company that he worked for. So, but yeah, I mean that's the lesson learned. Don't, you know, I guess for you guys, if you have a fucking lower end listing, kind of if you have a situation going down, try to break down. All right, if I because I spent a lot of time, bro, and it was just like fuck. I could that so that's time that I could have spent prospecting. So
What would you do differently in that situation? Like same situation, then the owners come to you with this problem. Like how are you gonna prevent that? You know?
so I would have done the initial going over there, meeting up with them, and calming them down and done all that. But what I would have done is after that is essentially my contractor fucking bitch at him to dude, you're getting paid fucking thousands of dollars to take care of this shit, fix this right. And it was just me taking control of the situation because I knew he was super busy and he wasn't able to make it out for the water extraction. Pretty much the water extraction was done, but the mitigation part, he wasn't going to be able to make it out on time. And with mitigation on water damage, you got to do it right away. Otherwise, mold starts growing fucking on everything. So that I would have done one thing different is get another contractor that could pick this up, even if it's more expensive. My seller went with my contractor because the price was cheaper than other quotes that she got. But the fact that it matters, they couldn't start it on time. So that's one thing. Even if it's $1,000 more, just get the other contract that can offload it, so I don't have to worry about it. And second is pressure the buyer side more on whether or not if the deal is going to go through. Because the buyer initially said, I don't care that there's water damage, I still want the house. And we're a week away from closing. So now the deal fell apart. Yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever. The deal fell apart. So those are two things I would have done differently. Get the right contractor that's not busy and can actually start it right away. Three things, I guess. Not put as much fucking time because I did a lot of time going back and forth, checking in on the actual work too. Just have a contractor that you trust, and that's one thing I learned is I do a lot of business with this contractor, but with this deal that I just learned, I can't give him shit like this because he's too busy. And it's just a matter of everybody wants him to do the work. So I need to get somebody else that, I haven't done as many deals with, but just he has more time available. So.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of on the fence, like trying to be more hands-on, hands-off, because I'm closing a deal, and this goes back to last year. They moved to Italy for a job transfer, so I'm their only contact. We had it up on the market, and they decided to rent it out, and I kind of stepped in as like property manager, kind of as the middleman.
Yeah.
Had fucking 3 issues between roof issues, repairs, furnace going out, handling all that, and then going up to this year, we put it back up for sale. Got it sold, needed a brand new roof, needed full waterproofing because there was a leak in the basement. I'm fighting the contractors, and then I'm the middleman because they can't really call direct to the U.S.
Yeah.
After the work's done, dude, the contractors are pissed at me trying to get paid and all this shit, and it's like the biggest headache ever. I mean, it was like a $400K, so it's going to be a nice check after it all. But like,
that's good.
From my perspective, dude, I'm like trying to stay as far away from any contractors. Like, I'll refer somebody, but I'm not trying to get in the middle of any of that shit anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard with absentee owners because they're not in the area a lot of the time. So you have to be the one to kind of facilitate everything. It's hard to find a good contractor too. That's a whole different topic, but one that communicates and is fair with everything.
Yeah. Another thing, after the whole ordeal, yesterday or the day before, I'm losing track of the days, but one of my investors, I did a dual agency on this deal, and I'm going to be flipping her property as well. But she doesn't have a project manager at the moment, so I was pretty much doing project manager work for this listing that I'm going to be flipping. I put a stop to it the other day. I was like, Catherine, I appreciate you giving me all this, that because her goal is 200 deals by end of next year, and I want to be a good chunk of that. But I was like, Catherine, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. However, like, I'm over here measuring the house, doing all this stuff that took me 2-3 hours. Like, this isn't part of my job. Like, if you need me to do this, I need to increase the commission. And I put a stop to that. She hired a project manager right away. So that was nice stress relieving. But yeah, if you ever catch yourself doing that, because I was just distracted by 200 deals that she was going to be possibly giving me. And I was like, all right,
Yeah.
as soon as I started, like, because I've been, we have 4 listings lined up that I'm going to get from her. And I was just thinking, I'm over here like doing this. I'm like, fuck, that means if she needs me to do this for the other property, I'm never going to have time to prospect. So it literally, I was handling, I was paying my assistant actually to handle a lot of it, getting quotes for driveway, getting quotes for fucking landscaping, getting quotes for all the rehab work, and then fucking negotiating the prices, on the rehab. So eventually I just put a stop to it, and now that's off my plate. So I also learned that.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, dude. I feel like it's easy for us to get tied into too much shit, and we got to realize like we're marketing the house, getting it sold, and not taking on any extra work,
Yeah, man. So if you ever catch yourself with that, you got an investor, but just think about it, because that means there's gonna be more properties coming along. And I was just thinking, I'm like, holy shit, that means I gotta do this for like 3 other property. I'm like, I don't got time. You gotta hire someone ASAP, and she hired someone ASAP. So. But how about your week, Nick? I see you're crushing it.
Yeah, so this week, my weekly numbers, 176 contacts, 3 appointments set, 3 attended. I got 2 signed, and they both went active today.
Nice.
And then right now, my current inventory, I've got 15 actives and 7 pendings.
Nice.
I had 3 deals fall apart this week, so that was kind of a, shitty. 2 of them passed the inspection and appraisal, and they both, one of them just financing fell through. The other one, the buyer lost their job. And then the other one was just an inspection thing. But all of them, I think it was just a quick transition, quick call, let them know, broke the bad news quick, got back up on the market. So it's nothing that's like a loss, but just kind of, kept the sales. And that's where I think the benefit of working with, listings versus buyers. Because if you're working with a buyer, all of a sudden they might be running. All of a sudden you got to show them 50 properties this weekend, versus a listing, you just hit active and the showings start rolling back in.
Are you guys seeing buyers like a buyer frenzy in your market? Like, working with buyers, is it hard to get offers accepted?
Well, I don't work with as many buyers. I only have 3 of my pipeline buyers right now, but these are all investors. So I just have them set up, and then they just tell me if any properties. I run the comps essentially. You're working with buyers over this. I'm assuming it's like that for you right now, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm primarily listings, but I'll take buyers. I don't like prospect for them or anything, but if they come to me, then I'll take them. But yeah, man, it's like you're up against 10 other offers. Even like I have like $1 million buyer right now, and that's higher end, and we're getting outbid with those type of offers. Even it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I think it's like that almost everywhere right now.
Yeah, just low inventory, low rates. So great for sellers.
Yeah.
Great with listings.
Inventory's down, dude. Inventory over here for me. I was just doing the report the other day. 37.88% down from last year. Fucking insane. That's like, but it also has a lot to do with the 22% increase in pending sales too. So, but yeah, man. So, all right, cool. Anything else, guys?
That's what's up, dude. The last thing I was going to talk about, because I feel like, dude, there's so much shit out there. And I feel like for me, like even taking that next step, it's like filtering what I'm looking at in terms of like shiny objects and shit. I was just curious, like what kind of things, you guys listen to day in and day out, maybe keep you focused and whatnot. I recently, I don't know if you guys have read this book, Listing Boss by Haas Pratt.
Yeah.
But dude, it's like honestly like dialed in, dude, being like a listing agent. Like some things are different here and there. But dude, I just love like feeding my mind with that. I don't know if you guys have heard of like Greg Harrelson, Kevin Mills, and watching those type of interviews with like people doing the same shit we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've read the book Listing Boss by Hoss Pratt. It's really good. His concept is pretty similar I actually thought that he was Brandon's mentor for a minute when I was reading like the no handcuff part and all this shit. I was like,
All right.
So I don't. Is that the case, Nick? Do you know?
Dude, I don't think it was him direct, but no, I thought the same thing, dude. I honestly feel like all that shit's like regurgitated so many times. Like there's a guy called like Ben Kinney, with Keller Williams. I was like looking at some of his old stuff, and it was the same thing with Smart Seller Program, no handcuff listing, dude. So I feel like it's all like regurgitated hardcore, dude. Between everybody.
What was the name of the book?
Listing Boss.
Listing Boss by Haas Pratt.
He's got a really cool couple. Did you print out the worksheets and stuff, Nick?
No, I didn't, but I was going through some of them.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff in there. I have it around here somewhere. But listing wise, honestly, I listen to Brandon's stuff a lot. Like the one I listen to is the 100 listing one, like almost all the time, and as well the Man in the Mirror video, and then also the listing presentations, trying to get better on that. So yeah, that's and then for like mindset wise, I like David Goggins stuff. And that's about it, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, because David Goggins.
Go ahead.
No, you were saying it?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I listen to Brandon's stuff too. Brandon's stuff fires me up. I don't know, something about just the way he communicates, and I just want to like plant what he says in my head so I can start communicating in a similar way.
Yeah.
And then I do a lot of audiobooks while I'm driving, so I just put on an audiobook instead of music. I'm going to an appointment, and so I'll do. Right now, I'm on the 10X Rule, the Grant Cardone book. So yeah, I have a full library of audiobooks that I rotate through. So
yeah, another good book to read. I don't know if you guys have done this, more like personal development, but The Slight Edge is really good, and as well The Compound Effect, similar concept, both of them.
Yeah,
those are two really good books. And then as well, more on like marketing standpoint, you have the .com Secret by Russell Brunson, and as well Expert Secrets is really good. It's more like marketing aspect, essentially. Get you a good idea of how to build out like funnels and marketing concept, essentially what you want to talk about. Expert Secrets really more towards what our field, because it's like consultation. So that's a good one too.
Look that one up. Yeah, dude, Slight Edge, I just read that, dude. That one's good as fuck. And then Compound Effect, dude, that's like an all-time favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of like the 75 Hard, Andy Frisella?
Yeah.
75%. What was it?
I tried it once. It's tough.
What is it?
Yeah, dude, I did it in the beginning of the year, dude. It's hard.
You get through it?
Took me like 8 tries. Yeah, dude. I had to form an accountability group like this, and we all did it together. But it's tough, dude.
What is it called?
I tried it. I didn't get through it.
We'll have to send you the podcast, man. It's called 75 Hard. Basically, there's like 5 tasks you got to do every day.
75 Hard. Okay.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of it, dude. We'll have to send you what the podcast on it, dude. I feel like you'll like that.
How'd you feel when you were done with it?
Dude, honestly, like for me, it was kind of like counterproductive because I'm like a skinnier dude, and I lost like 25 pounds because every day for my workouts I do like a ruck, just like a weighted vest, go for like a walk or a jog. But no, it was difficult, dude, but it helped my mindset so much, especially like going towards like the pandemic and like keeping consistent during prospecting. I felt like it made me like bulletproof, during that. It was good.
Just like the whole drinking the water throughout the day. What was it, a gallon? And then the 2 workouts a day. When I tried it, like I only lasted a few weeks, but I was like super focused and clear headed. So definitely I could see the benefit in going 75 days.
That same thing with me, Nick. I don't have much shit to lose off my body, so, and I have a really fast metabolism. So if I actually try not to work out over an hour because I just know that the way my body is, I don't want to lose any more weight. So, but another thing is, I don't know if you guys have, Nick has a girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend or anyone, Kev?
Yeah, fiance.
Fiance? Okay. So another thing is, me and my wife had a talk yesterday because she thought that I've been working too much, and not giving her enough attention. So, um, just making you guys aware of it in case if you run into it. We had really long talk yesterday, but essentially, the talk ended up being, which she's right. There's a lot of little things that she's asked me for throughout the day, and I've just been so focused on Brandon's. Don't let anyone. I
Dude,
was telling him,
yeah.
you got to respect my freaking 9 to 5, and then she was like, it's not 9 to 5, it's 7 to 10 o'clock. And then I was like, all right, you're right. so so then so that's one thing. Sometimes you lose track because I wasn't even thinking about it, but she told me like it's realistically it is like a 7 to 10 almost. So I've came to a conclusion. There's certain things where she asked me throughout the day, little items like just like what my thoughts are on certain things. I'll just keep that in mind because I wasn't like even aware of it, but it's been hitting the toll on her. Like the money's great, but you're literally 7 to 10, and because I was telling her just leave me alone during workout. She's like, how? It's 7 to 10 o'clock. So you're with me for dinner, and then one day on the weekends. And I was like, all right,
Yeah. You
so,
gotta block
Yeah,
out
dude.
block out some time on the calendar to
yeah.
spend time with her.
That's what I'm gonna do. So just keep that in mind, because I'm learning as I go right now. So
Yeah. Dude, what are some things that you're changing? Because, dude, all the time, dude. I honestly, like, that's, like, the biggest struggle. Because I'm, like, the same way, dude. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be, like, I don't want to either, like, keep distracting me or, like, there's,
yeah,
like, things that need to be done around the house. And it's like, dude,
yeah,
like, I'm trying to work right now. And it's, like,
yeah.
constantly, like, so what are some, like, things you guys put in place to
So
work with that?
yeah, so problems that she brought up is when we go walk the dogs in the later, afternoon, like like around 5 p.m. or whatnot, if I'm around, as I bring my phone with me, and that's when I'm getting blown up. So I'm gonna leave my phone behind for those. I'm also going to pretty much try, like little things she brought up, like helping her out, set up her bike, things like that. Like I just gotta set time aside to really do it. So that's one of the things. I don't have anything planned yet. I just told her I'm going to work on it, figure it out. So like that's one thing I always leave my phone away from me as much as possible because that's where I'm checking emails, texts, and shit like that. So if I leave my
Yeah.
phone out as much as possible, that's going to bring down a lot. And then we have right now, I have Sundays dedicated for just hanging out. So I don't work on Sundays. And then Saturdays, that's where I told her I'm probably going to be working, but I promise you I'll give you the evenings. So that's that. And then just like what you're saying, Nick, little items like her asking me, like, because she'll ask me like middle of the day because she works from home as well, but her work is, she's W-2. So she'll ask me in the middle of the day, what do you want for groceries? I'm ordering. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm working, man. I can't think about what I want for groceries. So it's like, I'm just asking you to help you out. And so little things like that. So that's what I'm bringing up because I wasn't aware of that. So, she just feels like I'm not paying enough attention.
Yeah, no, dude, 100%, dude. Biggest struggle too. And like the few things that I've done is like in the mornings, like we typically like we like play like cards or whatever
I
and have
saw
breakfast
that.
together for like an hour. And then at night, once I'm done for the day, I plug my phone in charged on like airplane mode in another room. And then I bought like a separate alarm. So it's
That's
like once we chill at night, dude, it's like it's shut down. You know what I mean? You can't get in like whenever I end that day, whether it's like 5, 6 o'clock some days, maybe it's 8 or 9, but like phones in another room shut off,
a good idea. How
That's
long?
it. You gotta disconnect.
Yeah.
Disconnect from the phone, social media, pretty much everything.
How do you do?
That's
How do you deal with that, Kev? You're good with that?
that's kind of the same. Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. Just after a certain time when I'm done, whether that be 5, 6, 7, I'm guilty of grabbing my phone a lot of the time, but I do my best, to sometimes I'll make dinner or something like that and just try to be present. So
What's your cutoff time? Like you guys' cutoff time at night?
it just for me it depends. Like I'm not really like responding to anybody after 8 o'clock if it's business related, but usually my like what I need to do is done before that. So, you know, if I get a text or a call after 8, I usually I don't even look at it till the morning.
And Nick, you said yours like around 8 o'clock?
Yeah, so I mean, I used to like always just have my phone, dude, get an offer in, send it over at like 8, 9, but then that dialogue starts, dude, and then you're on your phone, you know. I watched this
You've had
video.
this talk before too?
Yeah, that's something I've
Okay.
struggled
I
with.
want to hear. So how are you dealing with it so far? Is it getting better?
Yep. So I just like bought that alarm clock actually like just last week, so
Okay.
it's kind of a new thing. But I watched like this video from Ricky Carruth a few weeks ago, and he said like he's got his cutoff time at 5 o'clock, where he's off on work. But you know, if he's got like an appointment or something like that, he'll take the appointment after 5. But like any like admin, any prospecting,
Gotcha.
like he'll quote unquote work until 5, and then after that, unless it's like an appointment that he has, he's out, you know, or a showing. So I've been trying to implement that, and I don't have like a specific cutoff date, but like whenever I'm kind of like done, I try and like, you know, get off my phone. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. I like. So you guys play cards in the morning, huh?
Yeah, we like wait. It's just our thing. Like we wake up, we play like we make breakfast, play cards, and that's kind of like the time where we get to like chill and like talk and stuff, you know, bullshit. And then right at 8 o'clock, I'm fired up on the phones, and then I'm working, you know.
What time do you guys play cards and eat breakfast? Like 7 o'clock or?
Yeah, like from like 7 to 8. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm working on that, so it's nice to hear that it's not just me. But I definitely like from like other videos I watched, like Ryan Serhant and stuff. I was telling them like everyone has this issue in real estate. So,
dude, his schedule is so crazy, dude.
Yeah.
This is like wild.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, that's about it, man. But thanks for your guys' input with that. So
That was
that
good,
helps.
man.
Yeah, man. Well, let's crush it today, guys. I'm trying to get 1,000 phone calls today because fucking
Oh,
Nick got 900
there you
yesterday.
go.
So I have no fucking appointments. I just literally uploaded a shit ton of absentees, and I'm just gonna dial through them all. So
Nice.
I just dialed through the FISBOs as well. I'm going all in on absentees for a little and putting effort into FISBOs still too, but I gotta put more effort into absentees.
Yeah, the absentee data on Mojo I'm pretty impressed with it.
Yeah.
I have a 15% pickup rate on the week. That's a little bit better than I had with Haynes. And numbers are pretty accurate, so
Yeah,
pretty happy with it.
Yeah, my pickup rate right now is 13.7 this week. So that's not bad either.
Yeah. Anything over 10 is pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, let's crush it, guys. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the day. I've got this recorded, so I'll send it to you guys if you like.
That's perfect,
All
bro.
right.
We'll talk
All right, man.
soon.
Good luck,
See ya.
guys.